Welcome back to our fourth video. 2 weeks. That's how long it took for 9-year-old Jake to go from daily meltdowns, saying, I'm the worst kid ever, to confidently telling his teacher, my ADHD brain works differently, and I'm proud of it. Remember Sarah from the last video? His mom thought it would take months, years. But when you understand how to work with an ADHD brain instead of against it, the transformation can be surprisingly fast. In this video, I'm going to take you through their entire journey day by day so you can see exactly what they did and how you can create the same transformation. Isn't that wonderful? I want to see that in your family as well. I'm sure you do too. Let's talk about it. And this definitely ties into the last video about mistake number 3 and point number 3. So welcome back. Let me start by telling you where Sarah and Jake were when they first came to me. The breaking point. Jake was having explosive meltdowns every single day. And he would have them mostly after school. He'd come home, something small would be wrong. Maybe he couldn't find a pencil, or he remembered he forgot to turn in an assignment or left his jacket at school. And he'd spiral into, I'm so stupid. I can't do anything right. Everyone hates me. Sarah was walking on eggshells. Sound familiar? She tried everything. You know them. Rewards charts, consequences, family meetings, bribery. Nothing worked. In fact, things were getting worse. She told me, I feel like I'm failing. My son, every single day, I feel like I'm failing my son. I don't know how to help him. And I'm starting to think he'd be better off with a different mom. Oof. I'll let that land for a second. That's heavy. All right. Week 1, the foundation. Days 1 through 3, we started with what I call the parent regulation reset. Sarah learned that Jake's brain was literally mirroring her stress and anxiety. When she was tense about his potential meltdown, his nervous system picked up on that and interpret it as something's wrong with me. The first thing Sarah practiced was regulating herself before trying to help Jake. In days 4 through 7, we introduced the 10-second negative talk spiral interrupt technique. Remember that one? The first time Sarah used it, Jake looked at her like she was speaking a foreign language. But by day 6 or 7, when she said, hold on, your brain is zooming in again, Jake, he actually paused and listened. The first breakthrough came about day 6. Something amazing happened. Jake spilled his juice at dinner. Oh, and instead of the usual explosion, meltdown, he caught himself and said, my brain wants to say I'm clumsy, but that's just one thing. Sarah almost cried. It was the first time she'd seen him interrupt his own spiral. Week 2, the brain education. About days 8 through 10, Sarah had the Ferrari engine with bicycle brakes conversation. Have you heard this one? She had this with her son, Jake. She explained that his brain wasn't broken. It was just different. Jake's first response was, so I'm not stupid. And Sarah said, Jake, you have one of the most creative, fast Ferrari engine thinking brains I've ever seen. You just need different strategies than other kids. So in days 11 through 14, We worked on what I call the superpower reframe. Every time Jake mentioned an ADHD struggle, Sarah would immediately connect it to the corresponding strength. The same brain that makes it hard to sit still also makes you incredibly energetic and fun to be around. Remember that about being seen, heard, understood? Can you imagine the connection they're having right now? The same brain that gets distracted also notices things other people miss. Ready for the transformation? By day 14, Jake was using this language himself. Yeah, it was. His teacher mentioned he'd been fidgety in class. Jake said, "It's because my brain has a Ferrari engine. I think fast, I move fast, I am fast." But here's what really amazed Sarah. Jake started liking his ADHD brain. He began seeing it as his superpower, his strength, his amazing individualness instead of a curse. What made the difference? Sarah asked me, why did this work when nothing else did? Here's what I told her. We worked with Jake's brain, not against it. We individualized and customized a plan for him. Instead of trying to make him neurotypical, we helped him understand and celebrate his amazing brain. We listened to him. We saw him. We helped him feel understood. We addressed the root cause. Most approaches try to stop the negative self-talk. We taught Jake why it was happening and gave him tools to interrupt it himself. I hope you heard that. We changed the family system. It wasn't just Jake. It wasn't just about Jake. Sarah learned how to regulate herself and communicate in a way that actually worked for ADHD brains. And of course, his unique, amazing brain. So fast forward 3 months later, I checked in with Sarah recently and Jake is thriving. He, of course, still has ADHD, will always have ADHD, but he's still energetic and he still gets distracted. He still struggles with some executive function tasks for sure. This is a long game we're playing, a long game, not the Band-Aid. We are not doing a Band-Aid solution here. I just want to be really clear about that. This is not about Band-Aid fixes. This is about the long game. But he doesn't hate himself for his brain anymore. He says things like, my brain works differently. And that's amazing. That's awesome in his words. He actually advocates for himself at school now. And Sarah, mom, she told me, I finally feel like I know how to parent my own son. I'm not walking on eggshells anymore. I actually enjoy being his mom again. I know you guys want to be there as well. And that's why I'm sharing this. That's why I feel so passionate about this, because that's why I left being a teacher in a classroom so that I could be a teacher to everyone here that's hurting and needs help and needs guidance and structure. And I'm so excited to be in this mission. And I'm sharing this Jake and Sarah's story also because I want you to know that this is the kind of transformation that's possible for you and your family too. You don't have to wait months or years when you understand how ADHD brains work and you have the right strategies. I'm giving you strategies and tools and a mindset shift so that you can make change happen faster than you think. Again, we're not doing Band-Aid solutions here. This is long-term, but this will help you as a starting point for the rest of the journey. And here's what's important. Sarah didn't figure this out on her own. She got the right roadmap, the right support, and the right strategies for ADHD brains. So if you're watching this, and thank you, if have watched all 4, thank you, thank you. But if you're watching this and thinking, I would really like this transformation for my family, I want that story to be mine, I have something special for you. In my next video, I'm going to share the complete 3-step system that Sarah used, the same system that helped hundreds of families create this kind of transformation, this kind of peace, joy, and no, eggshells. But more than that, I'm going to show you how you can get personalized support to implement this in your unique family situation, to individualize and customize for your situation. Because while Jake and Sarah's story is inspiring, I hope it was a good story to share. Your child is unique, though, as we've talked about. Your family is unique, and you deserve a plan that's designed specifically for your situation and your family. So click to watch the final video in this series, and let me show you exactly how to create your own transformation story. Thank you so much for listening, and see you over there. Bye-bye.